You all right? You all right? Look at this. It is very nice, and I've never been to New York, but I just really like their jumpers, you know what I mean? It's just nice to sort of do that thing. No, it is lovely to be here, and I've kind of should tell you a few things about myself. I basically moved to London about 2 years ago because my girlfriend said to me, "Hey Tom, let's move in together. Let's live together." And that's quite a scary moment for a guy because you think, well, I've never lived with someone I've been going out with before. That's quite scary. And I thought about it, and I thought, because I'm umming and ahhing as guys do, I thought, should I move in? There's some plus points for that, but then there's a lot more negatives, and I properly ummed and ahed about it. I was like, it's a big commitment, it's a big step. And then she moved in, she decided, and we were living together. And it's amazing because people come up to you, friends or people you don't even know, and they go, "Oh my God, OMG, Tom, oh, that's amazing, the commitment. Oh, Tom, that's such a big step. Oh, Tom, that must be love." It's cheaper rent was the main sort of thing. Because the thing is, she would come home, it was really sweet, she would come home, she'd kick open the door and go, "I'm so stressed, I hate my job, I just hate it. We live in a pigsty, I live with a pig. Oh." And I'm in listening going, does she mean me? Does she generally mean me? "I just live in a pigsty, I'm just so stressed, I just want to get in my comfies." Now, if you don't know what comfies are, right? I'd seen sexy stuff, right? But comfies are, if you don't know what they're called, women love them, it makes everything all right. They're Jim Jam's pyjamas, okay? And she would come in and go, "Just gonna make everything all right. Just give me 10 minutes. I just want to watch my programs now." I know, no program lasts 10 minutes, but I think, hey, why do I want to start an argument? Of course you can, right? So she gets in this all-in-one sort of comfy thing, lies on the sofa like a sloth, right? Sort of crisps here, right? And I would walk in and go, "Yeah, we got crisps in." She'd go, "Not anymore, they've all gone." And she would just sit there, right? And then after the programmes had finished, about 2 hours later, and she'd sort of ask me a question that you've got no prep time for, right? Quick question, quick fire, you've got to be on your toes, you've got to be in the game face, get the game face on, any question could be popping any moment. Here we go, programmes are over, she's in a better mood now. Here we go. And she went, "Tom, why aren't we having as much sex anymore? What is it, am I not sexy anymore?" And I would look at her and I go, "Well, look at you, like as sexy as I find Paddington, right? It's just there's a lot of padding. It's not really giving. You look 12. You look 12. That's your." And it's fascinating. And people, you know, we broke up January time actually. And people sort of come up to you and go, "Oh, that's really sad. You know, are you all right? Are you coping?" And it's fine because it was amicable. We knew we were going to break up in January. I knew we were going to break up in January. She knew we were going to break up in January. That's when our tenancy ran out. And we knew that. Get to the end, it's like, "Well played. Yeah, thanks. See you soon." But people say, "But you can't do that, Tom." You know, it happens in relationships. You get this thing called cold feet, which happens out of nowhere. And I sort of remember this moment thinking it will never happen to me, but it did. I remember lying there one night in bed, and it's kind of a sensation, a feeling that you get. And I laid there, and I was just drifting off. I'm minding my own business. I'm just relaxed. And then out of nowhere, these cold feet landed on my leg, right? And I'm like, "What the fuck are they?" Right? I was, get the And she was like, "No, Tom, if you love me, you'll let me put my cold feet on you." And I'm like, this is a test. This is a test now. I never knew we were being tested at bedtime as well. Like, I didn't know. So I'm like, "Get those cold talons off me. Get them off," right? And she'd be like, "But Tom, how do your feet stay so warm?" And I'm like, "Well, because I wear shoes and socks. Like, what do you do? What do you do?" Right? And then she would turn to me and go, I'm cold everywhere else. Spoon me." So then at that point, you have to stop enjoying thing and you have to hold on, right? Which is lovely because sometimes, guys, we can admit we like being a little spoon as well, being hugged from behind, but it's so uncomfortable being the big spoon because you have to hold like this, right? You have to hold, and the thing is, it's great for you ladies in front, but the thing is, all we have at the back is your hair, just tickling our face like that, and that's itchy. It's so itchy. Get off off me, but stop blowing on me. It's your hair. It's like, you know, itchy when you want to gouge your face off. You know, that sort of... But this is a test. You have to prove your love. You cannot let go, because if you let go, all hell breaks. Like, don't get off me. You don't love me, clearly. And you'll be like, oh, it's just uncomfortable, right? And you hold there, and the only way you can sleep is by tilting your head back this far, going, oh, I love you so much right now. This is so comfy, right? Stop fidgeting. It's just my arm's dead. What do you do with this arm? Genuinely, where do you put it? Nobody knows. So you just lie there uncomfortable, and you have to wait. It's like Buckaroo. You wait. You wait. You man up. You wait until she's asleep, and that's the moment where you can roll over and enjoy your life again. And that's love. That is love. And I don't want to come across as a bad person to you lovely people, but there's one thing that does bug me quite a lot, which my mates have started doing this thing. It's called a little game you play when having sex, called Movie Quote. Now, it's a very simple game that they've started playing. Get ready for this, lads, if you're sitting with your girlfriend. You say a quote from a film without being detected. That's the simple game. As if there wasn't enough to do already. Basically what you do is you say, oh, say the quote, they'll go, what? And you'll go, all right, 10 points. Because if you didn't know, lads are always collecting lad points. It's all about lad points, woo, big lad point. You can never trade them in, but you just keep accumulating these lad points. And it's lovely because, you know, the thing is, if you get caught, you lose all your points. So there's a risk involved. So you could have the classic Braveheart, you know, freedom! You know, which you can get away with. Or you could have Al Pacino's Scarface, you know, say hello to my little friend. And she'll sort of look up and go, oh, that's really sweet and truthful. And one of my mates was with this girl, and he really liked her, but he couldn't just tell her, I really like you. He had to be a lad, right? And I don't agree with it all the time, but because he really liked her, he couldn't put his heart in his sleeve and go, look, I really like you, this could go somewhere. And the reason was because he was on 90 points. And as we all know, that's 10 off a century, and when you get to a century, you're allowed to parade around the room with your bat in the air to applause. And so he said, Deacon, I had to do it. I was 10 points off a century. And I don't know if you're familiar with the film Babe, but the girl was on top, and out of nowhere just went, that'll do, pig. I think it's needless to say he got found out on that occasion. Do you know what? You've been an absolute delight. I've been Tom Deacon. Have a great night. Thank you.